Hi, I'm Denise Medved, and I'm the creator and founder of the Ageless Grace Brain Health Program. And we use 21 tools or exercises in our program to teach our classes to exercise every day in our own 10 minutes a day of personal brain health challenge. So what we do is we do playful, silly names so they're easy to remember. And then they're very creative and spontaneous. We never do the same tool the same way twice. So for example, I have no idea what I'm going to show you because it needs to be spontaneous and in the moment, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. The first tool is called Juicy Joints. So not only does it activate the 5 functions of the brain, strategic planning, memory and recall, analytical thinking, creativity and imagination, and kinesthetic learning, but it also focuses on one thing that we need for optimal lifelong function. So what do you think Juicy Joints focuses on? Of course, joint mobility. So literally we do things in that tool or exercise that would cause us to move as many joints as possible to one song, and when the song is over, we're finished with it. So we might do one thing at a time, like the wrist, for example. We might do mirror joints, like the ankles and the wrists at the same time. We might do all the joints on one side of the body or all the joints on another side of the body, and we never forget the jaw joint. We use it too. So Juicy Joints for joint mobility as well as the 5 functions of the brain. The second one is called Dive In, and it's for upper body strength. So guess what? It's swimming and diving the same way swimming and diving in a pool would be, except guess what? Because we're seated, our brain has to figure out how we swim in a chair. And that's one of the reasons we're in a chair. Not because we're frail or weak or have poor balance or because we're older, but because it causes our brain to say, gee, how do I do that sitting down instead of standing? So we have to paddle in front, right? And then we would use all kinds of different strokes with our arms for dive in. The third one is called Spelling Bee. I love this one because we spell, but the B is spelling bee for body. And we spell with our body parts. So if I were to say hello, I might write it in lowercase cursive, H-E-L-L-O with my elbow. Or with my knee, H-E-L-L-O. And we would spell lots of different words in any language, for example, even Arabic or Japanese or something that is a symbolic language. And we would be using all different parts of the body to do that and stimulating neuroplasticity through all 5 functions at one time simultaneously by just spelling different words with our body parts. Number 4 is Front Row Orchestra. What it sounds like, playing musical instruments, and musical instruments give us the physical skill of multi-skilling. Not multitasking, doing 3 or 4 different things, but doing one thing that might cause different parts of the body to move differently. If I were playing the violin, I might use my chin and shoulder, my hands to play the chords, my other hand to do the bow, but I'm only doing one thing. I'm not multitasking. I'm just playing the violin. So we practice multi-skilling with Front Row Orchestra. Tool number 5, Zoology. It's moving and acting like different kinds of animals. I know you can't tell, but I'm a lion right now. I'm using my claws and my feet, and I'm slinking my body through the savanna grass. And we use our imagination to come up with what kinds of animals are we going to imitate. And more than you think. There's farm animals, animals you'd see in a zoo, the animals in Montana versus the animals in Tennessee, animals that you might find in Africa versus animals you might find in India. So lots of creativity and imagination in zoology, which is for systemic movement. Moving enough body parts at one time that I'm actually activating the systems of my body. I'm not just using my hand, I'm using my shoulders and my hands and my fingers and my hips and my spine in order to engage the systems of the body. Tool number 6 is called Tai Chi. Listen closely. Tai Chi, and it's an imitation Tai Chi. It's moving in slow motion movement. so that we're getting stability in the joints, ligaments, and tendons by moving really slowly. And that means we have to control our movements, and it helps us have stamina, and it helps us have strength in those joints, and it gives us stability, which improves our balance. So the next piece is called Yo Baby. Not yoga, but Yo Baby. It's yoga-like. We might hold on to the chair that we're working out in and do a stretch. We might use the chair to hold this way and look this way. We might bring one leg up and even set it on the chair, or certainly hold it up like this. We might turn around sideways and lower our leg down. All stretches for overall flexibility when we do Yo Baby. Body math, really interesting, is for the ability to respond, react, and recover, the 3 R's of Ageless Grace. And the 3 R's are easily done by giving yourself a surprise. So how do you do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, clap on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the number you clap on, or touch your nose on, or raise your hands on, always changes so that you're surprised by what's coming next. And not only does that help you with the 3 R's, it helps you with fall prevention and accident prevention and better balance as well. So the next one is called Gentle Geometry. Everybody loves to hate this one. It is for stimulating neuroplasticity by doing something that you absolutely do not know how to do. Like draw a triangle with your right hand and a circle with your left foot and a line with your other hand, and then you have to mirror image it on the other side. So you can see that gets to be quite funny. I always say that one works your sense of humor too. The next one is called Rockin' Rockettes, or Rockin' Rocky. It's for the hip flexors, the psoas muscle, the legs, and the feet. And we literally do all kinds of steps and kicks and crossing our legs, anything that uses that lower body and those psoas muscles. So next is called spaghetti spine. Well, what that is about is moving all 26 working parts of the spine, either directionally or sectionally, by moving maybe your nose for the cervical spine, your ribs and elbows for the thoracic spine, and your belly button for your lumbar spine, sacrum, and coccyx. The next one is called Express Yourself, and it's for the entire arm, starting from the sternum, including the collarbone, the top 2 ribs, the arms, and the shoulder blades. All of that is your arm, not just from here out. And we do all kinds of things with those arms. We do emotions, we do professions, we do conducting, or we might do a typewriter, remember those, or we might write on a chalkboard and erase it, remember those. All kinds of things with your arms and hands that are organic and natural. The next one's called Power Tools, and Power Tools is anything that you hold, push, pull, some kind of tool that you would actually have to hold on to or push into the ground, like a shovel or a spade. You would do it on both sides, or pulling on a rope, or pushing a lawnmower, or hammering with the hammer, because that causes you to squeeze your muscles around the bones, and when you do that, you are in fact creating power and leverage, and you're also getting the benefits of creating bone density. Tool number 14. Saving face. It's all kinds of silly facial expressions using the muscles in your face, your eyes, your lips, your throat, the swallowing reflex, doing all kinds of funny things that cause you to release tension in the head, face, and neck. Tool 15, very important. It's called Balancing Act. It is about using the balls of the feet and learning that the center point of the ball of the foot is in fact where the weight goes. That is the balancing point of the feet. It's about using the body to move and organize itself around the center of gravity, which is about 2 fingers below your belly button, not in front or back, but inside the middle of you. And it is also about doing the 3 canals of the ear and moving the head so that the fluid in those canals of the ear stays liquid, all for better balance. Tool number 16 is called Breathe Out Loud. It's sounding, chanting, singing, humming, whistling. That's a lot of fun. And it's to help you oxygenate the bloodstream, the cells, and of course that means you're oxygenating the brain as well. Tool 17, simple, simple, simple. It's called Grab Bag. It's for dexterity, and we might even imagine what it is we're grabbing. And we might even use the toes to mirror what we're doing with the fingers and hands for dexterity. Tool 18, Shake It Up Baby. Everybody's favorite. It's shaking. You might shake a leg or an arm or both at the same time. You might shake your shoulders, and that's for the connective tissue or myofascial tissue between the skin and the muscles. Tool number 19, Team Fit, is sports. And it could be anything. It could be bowling, it could be tennis, it could be surfing, you name it. Any sport helps with muscle mass and coordination. And that's something that you can do differently every time you do it. Tool number 20 is get down, get up. Get down, get up. Get down and get up. And that is for the muscle of the heart. You're moving it all around, up and down, with a beat in between. And the last one is dance party. And who doesn't love a good dance party, right? It's for personal expression, emotional expression. And it can be a real dance like the twist, for example, or the cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. Or it might be just simply dancing your elbows or dancing your tailbone. It's up to you. Those are the 21 tools of the Ageless Grace Brain Health Program, and there's 1,000 more ideas like that in our seminars and in our certifications to teach the program. Our seminars are for learning more about the program. Certifications are to be able to teach the program. We hope you'll join us and find out more about those 21 tools.